And then kind of getting into the testing process, you kind of talked about testing a little bit already, but can you describe the testing process of new products at John Deere?
Okay. I'm stumbling here a little bit. It's hard to say a blanket testing process. Of course, as you're going along and we're designing parts, we will test lots of components. And you saw that in the lab test. Field test, typically we take a machine or a group of machines, we will instrument them. Instrument meaning we'll put on accelerometers, we'll put on load cells, we'll put on instrumentation where we can gather how these machines are used and what kind of loads these machines are seeing, different components of the machines, and then we'll go run them in the field and we'll try to duplicate all the things that we can imagine that our customers will do. We occasionally also give them to our customers, but honestly, we try to duplicate ourselves what the customers are doing, and we have better, I think in general, better success doing that. If you give the machines to the customers, they don't want to break them and they want to baby them, and you aren't always getting the real data. So we try to duplicate all the things that a customer might do. So for a lawnmower or a gator, it may be drive at full speed and just bang into a curb and fly over the curb. Well, do you do that all the time on your lawnmower? No, but there are people that do. There are commercial mowers, or there are people that are using those machines, and they do that occasionally. We want to make sure that we don't fall apart when that happens. For utility vehicles, it's by the nature of the vehicle, it's used for lots and lots of different things. So we take all these different cases and we understand the loads, and then when we develop our field test duty cycle, we make sure that we are putting the same loads into the vehicle that our customers would in those extreme conditions over and over and over again to make sure that they're going to last.
And then finally, like with testing, can you think of any past situations where testing has eliminated a potentially new product because it revealed problems?
Sure. Unfortunately, I can't. When I first came to John Deere, and that was 27 plus, almost 28 years ago, we're just killing a product, and it was a product that we'd invested a lot of money in, and it was a compact utility tractor that had some new technology in it, a lot of new technology. It was different than anything else in the market, and when we finally got ready to release it to production, they'd already released some of the tools for production, but finally got ready to throw the switch and put it in production. We said, this really isn't as high a quality product as we think it really needs to be. It's neat technologically, but we don't think our customers are going to be happy with it, and it was killed. And that was really interesting to me as a new hire to John Deere to come in and have people say, we decided it wasn't good enough to be a John Deere, so we killed the project. And we had, this was back in 1980, okay, and there was $24 million invested in that, in 1980 dollars. That was a lot of money. It's a lot of money today, but it was even more back then. And we said, we're not doing it. So it doesn't happen often. I can only think of one other one since then that I know of that was killed. Doesn't happen often, but it does happen occasionally. Now, whole projects killed off. There are a lot of times where you're running down a path for a system on a product and you go, hit a roadblock, that one's not going to work. You have to develop a different system to solve the problem a different way, different braking system or different steering system or whatever. And so you'll change paths there. You don't kill off the whole product, but you maybe change the system and find a different solution. And of course, that's what engineers do. We find solutions to problems. So that happens all the time.
And then, I guess, how often are you in the design process? How often are you guys designing new products?
All the time.
All the time?
All the time. We have more projects that we would like to work on than we have people to work on, so we have to prioritize them. When we finish a project, we're on another one immediately. Usually there's even an overlap where we're like double stacked for a while, which is painful. But that's the way it works. We are constantly doing that. Our lifeblood is new projects and new programs. And keeping new exciting products in the marketplace for our customers. And that's what makes us money, that's what keeps us in business. That's that's who we are, and that's what we do, so, all the time.
All right, well, thank you for your time, and thank you for giving us the opportunity to come and see what you guys do here at John Deere.
Okay, great.